Ram 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 ma'am.
Ram Ram Ram.
Ram 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 ma'am. Ram Ram
Ram Ram ma'am.
Ram Ram ma'am. Ram Ram Ram
Ram Ram Ram and Namaste. So good to see you all, children. Ram Ram Ram. I think I was, yeah. Was I in mute when I greeted you all, children? So Ram 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 to all of you. We'll begin with a prayer. Gurureva gatir guru meva bhaje Guru naiva sahasmi namo gurave Na guru paramam sishurasmi guru Matirasti gurau mama pahi guru Bravimi samskritam vacha dhyayami samskritam hrida kurve sevancha kayena vande samskrita mataram yonara samskrita vyomni hyalayam ramate muda samskritim chaiva samskaram vindate natra samshayah. Swagatam, Namaste, Ram Ram Ram, and a very warm welcome to one and all present here. I take this opportunity on behalf of Vyoma Linguistic Labs to extend my namaskarams to our chief guest, Srimati Indira Anantakrishnan. Namaste, Indrama. So glad that you are here today to bless us. It is truly a great blessing for us to have you here with us today on this valedictory function of the summer camps for India, both batch 1 and 2 that was recently conducted by Vyoma. So we are also really pleased to extend our special welcome to all the dedicated teachers of both the batches, and our special welcome to our dear students and their parents too. Ram 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 and hearty welcome to all of you. So let me begin by briefly introducing about this course, what we have done here in the last 1.5 weeks. Let me introduce this to our chief guest, Indrama. So yeah, as we know, summer camps these days are emerging as like useful ways to keep the children well engaged during the summer holidays. And we from Vyoma are also attempting to give the children a useful exposure in the field of Sanskritam, Samskriti, and Samskara, namely the language of Sanskrit, Indian culture, and our value system. So our summer camps are titled as Splash, where children get to sing, play, listen, act, and say Hari Om to these 3 friends. So that is the acronym for Splash, and these 3 friends are namely Samskrita, Samskriti, Samskara, respectively. And to tell more, this is the second summer camp from Vyoma. So we have some new children who joined this year, and there are so many regular faces who love being with us each time. We feel so happy to teach you all. And so I see a mix of both old students as well as new faces. And our camps are actually based out of a uniquely designed product by Vyoma, namely Personal Sanskrit Companion, PSC it is called. It has a combination of basic Sanskrit, shlokas, bhajans, games, and all the more. So it is a package of 18 categories where children can use it as a companion for a very long duration of time. And our summer camps are basically to give these children an eye opener to on how to use this. So we guide them, and then children can explore, can self-explore to a large extent. And this summer camp is even more special because we are going to have a lot of follow-up classes also, about which we'll be announcing in the end. So every year the camps are different, and last year it was like we had apart from what is covered in PSC, we had the story of the Itihasa Ramayana as the theme. And this year we had a special component called WWD, namely why we do and what we do in our culture. So this was something unique where children have gone to the ground roots of understanding the principles behind traditional practices. So, and our camp was split into 2 batches. So taking some positive feedback from parents, this time we wanted to give the smaller children an exclusive platform. So batch 1 was for the 5 to 8-year-olds, and batch 2 was for 9 to 14-year-olds. So, and last year we held competitions for children towards the end, and this time it's going to be even more special because it's going to have a live presentation by the children who participated in this camp for the last 1.5 weeks. And let's join our hands to welcome these children to begin their performance. As excited as our chief guest and all the parents would be to see the group performance, I am also equally excited, as I didn't get an opportunity to view the rehearsal. So I'm really looking forward to watch our children perform. So I request Srimati Rajalakshmi Nandakumar to kindly proceed with this program.
Thank you so much, Anusha Bhagini. A very warm welcome to Indra Amma, and suswagatam to all the parents and children gathered here. With Bhagwan's grace, we had a wonderful summer camp, and in the next half hour or so, Indra Amma and Anusha Bhagini and all the other parents, you will be witnessing spectacular performance by our children who attended VyomaVasanta SHIBIRAM. So we will first start a program by chanting a few shlokas from Aditya Hridayam. This will be performed by children who are between 5 and 8 years of age. So now over to you, Arabhi.
Om Ata Aditya Hridayam Tato Yuddha Parishrantam Samare Chintaya Sthitam Ravanam Jagrato Drishtva Yuddhaya Samupastitam Daivataisya Samagamya Drishtamabhya Gatoranam Upagamya Bravidramam Agastya Bhagavan Rishi. Thank you. Rama Rama Mahabaho Shrunu Guhyam Sanataram Yena Sarvanarin Vatsa Samare Vijayushyasi Aditya Hridayam Punyam Sarvashatru Vinashanam Jayavaham Jape Nityam Akshayam Paramam Shivam. Thank you. Sarva Mangalam Mangalyam Sarva Papa Pranashanam Chinta Shoka Prashamanam Ayud Vardhanam Uttamam Rashmi Mantam Samudyantam Deva Sura Namaskritam पूजयस्व विवस्वन्तं भास्करं भुवनेश्वरम्। राम राम शिक्षिका। सर्वदेवात्मको हेश तेजस्वी रश्मि भावनः एष देवासुरगण लोकान् पाति गभस्तिभिः एष ब्रह्मा च विष्णुश्च शिवस्कन्दः प्रजापतिः महेन्द्रो धनदः कालो यम सोमो यपाम्पतिः। पितरो वसवस्साध्याः यश्विनौ मरुतो मनुः वायुर्वह्निः प्रजाप्राणः ऋतुकर्ता प्रभाकरः आदित्यः सविता सूर्यः खगः पूषा गभस्तिमान् सुवर्णसदृशो भानुर्स्वर्णरेताधिवाकरः। धन्यवादः आर्ये। हरिदश्वसहस्रार्चिः सप्त सप्तर्मरीचिमान् महेन्द्रो धनदः कालः
तिमिरोन्मथनः शम्भुः
स्पष्टात्मार्ताण्ड अंशुमान् हिरण्यगर्भः शिशिरः तपनो भास्करो रविः अग्निगर्भोदितः पुत्रः शङ्खः शिशिरनाशनः।
Wonderful. Thank you so much. That was wonderful chanting by Arabhi, Siddhi, Damayanti, Samaira, Kaushiki, and Sharvari. Next, we will have children chant Dhyana Shlokas of Bhagavad Gita. This will be performed by children between 9 and 14 years of age. Over to you, Samagya.
Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashaധ്യായിനീം Ambatvam Anusandadhami Bhagavad-gite Bhavadveshinim.
नमोस्तुते व्यास विशाल बुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायत पत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारत तैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः।
वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं।
भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयत्रतजला गान्धारणीयोत्पला शल्यग्राहवति कृपेण वर्णी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी स्तोतीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैर्नदी कैवर्तकः केशवः पाराशर्यवजः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटं नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितं लोके सज्जन षट्पदैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयाद् भारतपङ्कजं कलिमला प्रध्वंसिन श्रेयसे।
मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्।
यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्र रुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यशान्तं न विदुः सुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः.
Thank you very much. Very, I see that all of you chanted the shloka very, very clearly. Thank you so much. The performance was by Samagnya, Shreyas, and Sudhanva. Next up, we will have Satvika tell us a story from Panchatantra. Welcome, Satvika.
Hello everyone, my name is Satvika. I am going to tell a story about tortoise and the swans. Once there was a pond. In that pond lived a tortoise. His name was Kambugrivaha, and there were two swans living in the pond too. And their names were Sankataha and Vikataha. And then there came a drought. During the drought, Kambugrivaha got one idea. He said to the two swans that you take one stick, come, I'll hold it in the middle, we can fly off to another pond which has full of water. Then they agreed. Okay, Kambugrivaha, but remember only this, that you should not open your mouth when we are flying up in the sky. Kambugrivaha agreed, and they bought a stick, and they started flying in the stick with Kambugrivaha. And they reached when they were middle of the journey, they were kids playing in the park. Everybody was making fun of them. That's why Kambugrivaha could not agree. He opened his mouth to talk to the people and he fell down. And the moral of the story, don't be foolish, listen to your good friends. Thank you, ma'am.
That was really sweet. Very, very nice. You seem to be a great storyteller, Satvika. Very good performance. Thank you. Next up, we will have Siddhi tell us a story from Panchatantra.
Yes, ma'am. My story's name is The Fools Who Created a Lion. Once upon a time, there lived 4 friends who were in their guru's ashrama. One day, the first friend saw a child who was crying. He asked what happened. The child had fallen and got hurt. The first friend said, I will try to help you. He chanted a mantra and the wound was healed in an instant. The child thanked him and went away. On another day, the first friend was carrying a pot of water and walking on the road. He didn't see a stone, tripped and fell. The pot broke, all the water spilled out. As luck would have it, the second friend was walking by and saw his friend looking at the pot which was broken. He said, I will help you. So he chanted a mantra and all the broken pieces of the pot came together and the water was transported back. The first friend thanked the second friend and walked along the road again. Then the fourth friend was picking flowers in the garden. One plant's flowers were entirely wilted and dry. He called the third friend and said, see, this plant's flowers are entirely wilted and dry. The third friend said, see what I can do to the plant. And he chanted a mantra. All the flowers started blossoming and the plant became alive. The fourth friend thanked the third friend and continued the plucking of the flowers. But then he began to wonder if he had any powers at all. He tried many things, but all the efforts proved that he had no powers. Then the three friends started to decide that we will go to the city and show off our talents. They were wondering whether to take fourth friend or not because he had no powers. Then they thought, okay, we will take the fourth friend only and we will go. And so they decided that and started off. On the way, they decided to rest. Near the place where they were resting, there was a pile of bones. The fourth friend said, "See, there is a pile of bones. I am scared. Let us not be in this place. Let's go somewhere else to rest." But the other friends did not agree. They said, "We will use our powers to check which animal it is." But the fourth friend was very scared. He tried to make them agree and go away from that place, but they did not agree. And before they started chanting the mantras, the fourth friend said, "At least I will climb up a tree, then you can start chanting." So he climbed up a tree and they started chanting. It was a skeleton of a lion. They gave it flesh, skin, and teeth. After that, they made the lion alive. The lion woke up and it was very hungry. So the three friends down were very scared. They could not move and they weren't even trying to run. So the lion immediately pounced on them, ate them, all except the fourth one who was smart and who was sitting on a tree. The moral of the story is wisdom is better than mere learning. You should use your powers wisely when you have them. That's what the moral of the story is. Thank you.
Very beautiful.
Thank you so much, Siddhi. Very nice. You also seem to have great storytelling skills. Very nice. Okay. Next up will be a Aveethi Katha performance by children. We had a session during VASANTA SHIBIRAM where children learned about WWD, which is why do we and what do we, where a few Nitya Prarthana shlokas were analyzed in depth. So this performance will be based on that. And so over to you, Priyasha.
Yes, ma'am. There you see a child sleeping. It is early in the morning. It is Brahma Muhurta time. And there goes his alarm. Prahalad wakes up from his sleep.
Lakshmi Paramatiya Saraswati Paramula Chitra Gauri Prabhate Karadakshanam. Do you remember the discussions we had in summer camp about Karagraham of the Lakshmi, Tejaswini?
I remember too. Srinidhi, can you tell me why Lakshmi Devi resides on the tip of the palm?
One of you can continue.
Well, according to the Shastras, the wealth and the resources earned by us are not meant to be hoarded, but to be distributed. Since the wealth and resources constantly move and the flow of Goddess Lakshmi Devi resides in the tip. Thus, it is anyway in the nature of Goddess Lakshmi to slip away, so we need to save her. Also, why do we have to constantly stay with anyone? She always goes to Vishnu Patni. Vishnu goes back to Vaikunta. Tejaswini, do you remember why Saraswati Devi resides on top of the palm?
Yes, to be able to have a desire, one needs to have knowledge about the desire. To work towards attaining the desire too, one needs to have knowledge about the means to attain the desire. And so knowledge becomes the center of having a desire and attaining it. Hence, Saraswati Devi, who is the goddess of knowledge, resides in the middle of the palm. Pradyumna, can you tell me why Parvati Devi resides at the base of the palm?
The wrist is the one that enables the movement of the hand and gives power to the hand. Hence, Goddess Parvati, who is the Shakti, resides at the base of the palm, as she is the one who gives us strength to perform all activities. Srivardhan, do you remember the physical benefit?
Yes, I do. It helps us to stabilize our bodies before we get up from the bed. Plus, it also helps us to balance our breathing. Also, when we rub our hands, it activates blood circulation and energizes the body. Himanshu, do you want to tell me about the mental benefits?
Sure, balanced breathing calms our minds. Plus, starting the day by chanting Bhagavan's name fills us with positivity. Also, when we remind ourselves about the goals of life, which are good health, knowledge, and prosperity, it helps us to prioritize and manage our time wisely. Pranati Kiran, would you like to tell the spiritual benefits?
Prayer helps one to earn punya. Punya results in chitta shuddhi, which is the purity of the mind. The purity of the mind will ultimately give you moksha.
Let us move on to another family. They have just chanted Karagri Vasite and are just about to start to chant the next shloka of the day. Let us keenly observe what the next shloka is.
Samudravasane Devi Parvatastana Mandite Vishnupatti Namastupyam Padasvarsham Kshamaswame. I respect Mother Earth, but why do we have to chant this shloka every single day?
To thank her for all the love, to be mindful about our everyday actions on Mother Earth, and to remind ourselves not to take Mother Earth for granted. By the way, why is Prithvi called Vishnu Patni?
Lord Vishnu sustains the creation, and Mother Earth is the giver of all resources. Since Mother Earth helps in the sustenance, and so she is called Vishnu Patni. Aniket, why do we say Padasparsham Kshamaswame?
Since she is divine and our mother, touching her, especially with our feet, is considered a mark of disrespect. So we seek Mother Earth's permission to place our feet on her and also request her to forgive us for placing our feet on her.
Thank you for watching this small VT Katha presented by us. I hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you so much, children, for the wonderful performance. So this Veeti Katha was performed by Priyasha, Prahlad, Tejaswini, Pradhyumna, Shrivardhan, Himanshu, Pranati Kiran, Mokshagna, Srijay, and Aniket. Okay, who doesn't love singing to songs? All of us love, right? All of us love listening to music, listening to songs. So it is some time for Sangeetam. Let's welcome children to sing some songs in Sanskrit. Okay, over to you, Samridhi.
Ramahayade, Ramahayade, Sitaya Saha, Putra Sahayade, Sarayunadi. Krishna Hayati, Radhaya Saha, Kudra Sahayati, Yamuna Nadi. Vithala Hayati, Rukmanya Saha, Kutra Sahayati, Chandrabhagam. Tim nakshatram, chetram nakshatram, dure tadasti, akashe chakasti, tim nakshatram, chetram nakshatram.
पुष्पम् आनय गणेशाय समर्पय Sorry ma'am. रक्तपुष्पम् आनय गणेशाय समर्पय श्वेतपुष्पम् आनय शारदायै अर्पय नीलपुष्पम् आहर नारायणाय उपहर सुवर्णपुष्पम् आहर सदाशिवाय उपहर प्रातःकाले स्मरणीयं तं तदावनं करणीयं संसारं करणीयं देवस्मरणं करणीयं विद्यावनं करणीयं तत्पठनं करणीयं सायं श्रेयं करणीयं विद्यावनं करणीयं तत्पठनं करणीयं सायं
वर्षे वर्षे दूरं गच्छ अपरे दिवसे पुनरागच्छ रामः क्रीडितुमिच्छति कृष्णः खेलितुमिच्छति
Thank you very much for the wonderful performance. All of us thoroughly enjoyed the Shishu Gitani. So this was performed by Samridhi Shreyas, Satvika, Dilip, Samagnya, Sharmali, and Kartika. Okay, our next performance would be Subhashitas. Children learned some Subhashitas during the VASANTA SHIBIRAM camp. Subhashitas are wise sayings, and so the children will now present to us a few Subhashitas along with their meanings in English. Over to you, Atmika.
Okay. Vidya dadati vinayam, vinayadyati patrita, patritva dhanamapnoti, dhanadharmam tata sukham.
Meaning, knowledge brings in humbleness. By humbleness, one reaches eligibility. By eligibility, one obtains wealth. Wealth brings in ability to do good deeds and merit. Helps in indulging in religious, meritorious activities. From there arises happiness.
Unmute yourself, Swaraj.
उद्यमः साहसं धैर्यं बुद्धिः शक्तिः पराक्रमः षडेते यत्र वर्तन्ते तत्र देवः सहायकृत्.
Putting in efforts to achieve one's aim, boldness, patience, intelligence, power, and courage. Wherever these 6 qualities exist, their God becomes helpful.
हस्तस्य भूषणं दानं सत्यं कंठस्य भूषणं श्रोत्रस्य भूषणं शास्त्रं भूषणे किं प्रयोजनम्.
The ornament of hand is donation, speaking truth is embellishment of the voice, hearing to the Shastras are enhancements of the ear. What is the use of the ornaments?
क्षणशः कणशश्चैव विद्यामर्थं च साधयेत् क्षणत्यागे कुतो विद्या कणत्यागे कुतो धनम्.
One should learn from every moment and earn it or attain purpose. From each grain, each little bit when time is lost, where is knowledge? And or where when grain is lost, where is many? Or when the little bit is lost, how is the purpose attained?
Thank you so much. These sayings are so wise, and we keep learning them so that they come of use to us, and then we also have clarity towards the goal of our life. Thank you so much, kids. Thank you so much. And this was performed by Atmika, Sahiti, Swaransh, Shruti, Arja, Tejas, Tanmayi, and Parikshit. Thank you. Next up will be a small performance by Samridhi. She will tell us about Aksharamala. She learned Aksharamala during the VASANTA SHIBIRAM. She'll be telling us about it. Thank you.
A, I, U, H, I, O, Au, Aha. Dhanyawadaha.
Oh, thank you very much for reciting the Aksharamala. Thank you so much, Samridhi. Okay. So we've come to the last number of our performance, which will be bhajans. Who doesn't like bhajans? All of us love to sing bhajans, don't we? Yeah. And so we also love even I love listening to bhajans and singing bhajans. Yes. So we look forward to listening to some bhajans by our children. Okay. Are we all ready? Over to you, Dilip.
Gajanana he Shubhanana Gauri Manohara Priyanandana Pashupati Tanaya Gajanana Paramaniranjana Shubhanana He Paramaniranjana Shubhanana Guru Ahima Paramadayalo Rakshama Sadguru Pahima Paramadayalo Rakshama Daya Karo Bhagwan Shankara Daya Karo Bhagwan Trinetradhari Trishuladhari Gangadhari Daya Karo Chandrasekhara Ganga Jatadhara Samba Sada Shiva Daya Karo Nandalala Yadu Nandalala Vrindavana Govindalala Nandalala Yadu Nandalala Vrindavana Govindalala Radha Lola Nandalala Radha Madhava Nandalala Radha Lola Nandalala Radha Madhava Nandalala Nandalala Yadu Nandalala Vrindavana Govindalala Radha Lola Nandalala Radha Madhava Nandalala Nandalala Yadu Nandalala Vrindavana Govindalala Vrindavana Govindalala.
Thank you for the wonderful bhajan performance by Dilip, Shankar Kumar, Sudhanva, and Himanshu. Okay, we actually forgot there is one more small performance. We will have our little dear Parth come and tell the Aksharamala. Can I request Parth to come? Yes, Parth, go ahead. Oh, thank you very much, Parth. That was really sweet. Very sweet way of ending the program by a little child. Very nice. Thank you very much. I think we've covered all the program. Thank you very much. It was really nice to see all the children so beautifully decked up for the performance and then perform here in front of us with such confidence and with such beautiful smiley faces. We really appreciate their enthusiastic participation in the valedictory function. All of them practiced so hard. Yeah, all of them practiced so hard. And thank you very much to all the parents as well. Now over to Anusha to continue with the program. Indrama, I hope you also enjoyed seeing our program. Over to you, Anusha.
Yes, thank you very much, Rajalakshmi, for taking us through this program. It was indeed such a wonderful, wonderful performance. So I really like to thank all the teachers. So much of hard work should have gone by. And I just can't believe it's just 1.5 weeks and the children's learning reflects it all. So it was absolutely a wonderful performance. I really enjoyed it. So, I mean, let us have our special chief guest for today say more about your performance and also the encouraging words for us. So I will briefly introduce our chief guest to you all, Srimati Indra Anantakrishnan. So, basically, she is a teacher by profession. So her interest to keep in touch with children made her enter the teaching line. But soon somewhere in the way, she discovered that her calling was different and got into writing for children. She has written so many stories for children that have been published in many journals, and you can read stories by her in many places. And along the way in her career, she realized that storytelling is much more a powerful medium than writing. So teaching to writing to storytelling was her journey, and she still enjoys telling stories so much. And she picks stories that are fun and thought-provoking, and those which induce universal values that can be drawn by through the stories, and the universal values which can be practiced by all. So I have personally listened to so many stories of hers where each one will be so unique, and her various her exposure, her age and experience and the exposure is so unique that the stories will be so different, but the values are so universal that anybody who listens to the stories can fall in love with the stories and imbibe the basic values, which is our samskara. And we are so much thankful for consenting to be our chief guest for today, Indrama, and we are really eager to hear from you. And over to you. Ram Ram Ram.
Hari Om. Hari Om. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hari Om, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So, Suprabhatam and Hari Om to all the participants of Vyoma Shivir and the teachers and the parents who have been supportive to the children and send them to the camp. So now you see the result of the camp, such beautiful performance by the children. I enjoyed thoroughly. Now you are going to be the future citizens of the country. You will really do well. My blessings to all of you. So now, Vyoma, what does it mean? You are part of Vyoma Shivir. Now, what does Vyoma mean? There are many interpretations, but what I like best is Vyoma is the firmament, the sky, the beautiful expanse above us, blue sky with little white clouds floating in it. Large, even at night, the black sky with the little gibbous moon or the stars look beautiful. Now, what does Vyoma got to do with you? You and I have to be as large as the sky. We can't become large physically, but our hearts have to be large. Not the physical heart that goes tuck, 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 pumping blood. No, no, no. That is physiology. We have our special hearts. It's called the cave of the heart in our scriptures. And what does that cave contain? It contains all the good values. That cave of the heart is so big, so large like the vyoma, that it can handle and it can accommodate so many, many, many universal good values. Now, what are these values we are talking about? Yes, if I get the value, I'll put it in my heart. But what are these values? Where do I get them from? That is where our Sanatana Dharma helps us. Sanatana Dharma. Dharma, loosely translated as religion, but it is something much more than religion. And Sanatana means very, 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 very old, ancient. We don't know when this religion started, when this dharma came to us. It's been there, that's all. So we have to just grab it. It's there for us to grab. It's been there in the Satya Yuga, in the Treta Yuga, in the Dwapara Yuga, and now in Kali Yuga. For thousands and thousands of years, Sanatana Dharma. So we have to be really proud of our Sanatana Dharma, and whatever this Dharma tells us, it's being told to you in a very, very simple way in Vyoma. So you are fortunate to be in Vyoma, and we are all fortunate to belong to Sanatana Dharma. What actually does this Dharma tell us? To give us positive values, we have all our scriptures. What are our scriptures? The Vedas, mainly the Vedas, the Puranas, the Itihasas, and all those folk stories. Wherever you turn, there are stories for us. It's been, our whole scriptures has been made so interesting by giving us stories. And all these values are mixed and intertwined in those stories. So you listen to those stories with a lot of interest, have fun with the stories, but later on you start thinking about the stories, the message will come. You will start thinking, what does the story tell us? Yes, it tells us about being compassionate, about being kind, about not being rude to others, about always being truthful. Oh, ever so many values packed in ever so many tales in our Sanatana Dharma stories. And all these values, if we have, it will show us the correct way to live our lives. We have to go on the right way. See, suppose on the road, you go on the wrong way. It's a one-way street and you go on the wrong way. What happens? Disaster, accident. So you'd better go in the right way. Even if it is a two-way, 6-lane highway, You have to stick to your lane. If you go in the wrong lane, if you go from left to right, just cutting lanes, gone. You are in for an accident, even maybe fatal accident. So we have to keep on the right path so that we can live a good life. And Sanatana Dharma tells us how to go on this right path. Now it's already late, I won't take much of your time. But one more thing about the Sanatana Dharma, all this will come in Vyoma, little by little you will be told all this. But the Dharma itself is made up of 6 pillars, they say. Now, what does a pillar do to a building? It makes it strong, it keeps it strong. Have you heard of the Ayaram Kal Mandapam in Madura Meenakshi temple? Some of you might have seen it. Ayaram Kal Mandapam, so many pillars that hold on to the mandapam which has been there for 700, 800 years. Strength of the pillars. So the strength of our dharma is told as 6 pillars. And what are these 6 pillars? Very interestingly, they are defined in different ways, but the most interesting way is these 6 pillars, all, what are they? They start with Ga. Now you count. Ga. Number 1, Ga is Gau. Gau or cow. Go Mata. Gau. The second is Ganga. Ganga we all know. Third is Gita. Bhagavad Gita, that again we know. Fourth is Gayatri. Fifth is Guru. And sixth is God or Govinda. See, all of them begin with Ga. Gau, Ganga, Gita, Gayatri, Guru and Govinda. Now what do they stand for? Basically, Gau means cow. Gau Samrakshana, we talk about preserving the cow, not only the cow but all living beings. We have to be compassionate to all living beings. Ganga, Ganga again. See, now we are polluting Ganga and we are trying to clean up Ganga. So instead of polluting and then cleaning, let us keep nature pure. Let us respect nature and keep it pure. Third, Bhagavad Gita, of course, gives us a lot of wisdom. All the Vedas, whatever is in the Vedas is concentrated in Bhagavad Gita. It gives us a lot of wisdom. Gayatri, Gayatri, Mantram and all you will learn as you grow up. So that gives us purity. It purifies our mind. Remember the cave of the heart? It will fill the cave of your heart with purity. You will be pure. If you are pure, you will have good values in your life. So Gayatri and then Guru. What does the Guru do? All that you have gathered so far, he will explain it to you nicely and all your doubts he will clear. Now we come up to Guru. So you have learnt everything in your life and Guru has cleared all your doubts and made you pure. Or if all this happens, finally, the door opens and you enter the kingdom of God. You enter the kingdom of God or the kingdom of God enters you. One and the same thing. That is a beautiful, ananda, blissful atmosphere. That is the blissful last step that we all have to think about going to. So that will happen to you slowly, slowly, slowly if you are in this atmosphere of vyoma and learn nicely whatever has been taught to you so that those gates, remember, the gates will open to you someday or the other and you will be happy ever after. You will be happiest person on earth. So you are really, really fortunate to be part of Vyoma. Remember that. You are all good children. Your teachers are wonderful. Your parents are encouraging you so much to get into this right way of life. So all this will help you to go to the final step of our wonderful Sanatana Dharma. So my good wishes to all of you who are here and who have, some of you might have missed coming here, to all, and I encourage more children to join such organizations which will, all your, what you learn in school and all that is also necessary. But this is very, very necessary. So remember that and keep continuing in this way. I'm very, very happy to be here with you all today and be part of the program and be able to interact with you and talk to you. Only thing, if it had been one-to-one live, then we could have had some question answers and spoken and all. But okay, this is better than nothing. So, good wishes, happy, studying more in the same lines, and namaste to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
ధన్యవాదాలు
Thank you so much, Indrama. So thank you for those loving words.
Yeah, we still have the program.
So we still have the program. So thank you so much, Indrama, for your kind words of encouragement and relating to Vyoma, starting from Vyoma, explaining what Vyoma is, and encouraging the children to be on the path of Sanatana Dharma. Thank you so much for those nice words, and we need your blessings always. And thank you for showering your blessings on Vyoma. Next, we shall move on to the announcements, where we'll be telling about the camps and further courses, the upcoming courses by Vyoma. And we also have a very short Vyoma appeal, followed by some announcements regarding the follow-up classes which we will be having post this summer camp. So this is the agenda that follows, and after this we will be having the Shanti Mantra, and we would also request parents to stay back and give us some valuable feedback. So we'll be really happy to hear from you about the feedback about the summer camp. Okay, that will be after the Shanti Mantra. So we request you all to stay for a little more time. Yeah. Now over to Vasudha ma'am.
Ram Sarvebhyaha. So it was a wonderful camp. With all your support, we were able to achieve this. So with your support, we are also upcoming with these courses, which I will be giving you in some time. So about this course, we had 2 batches, that is 5 to 8 years and 9 to 14 years for 10 days each, 4 sessions each, and also 3.5 hours of interaction. And the registered learners for batch 1 were 23, and for batch 2 it was 40. Out of them, regularly we had around 15 to 23 people attending every day. And these are the upcoming courses for the kids persona. So in the month of May, that is from 26th to 31st, we have Rangavalli Rachanam and Pushpa Gratanam batch 2, which is being started from evening 6 to 7 p.m. Also, we have Vyoma Grishma Shibiram, that is US summer camp for children 5 to 14 years. Whoever is known to you, kindly share this information. And also daily prayers for children part 2 course is upcoming in the month of June. All these details will be shared in the website. So here is the sneak peek of our website. We have 3 websites, that is sanskritfromhome.org, vyomalabs.in, and digitalsanskritguru.com. Here is the Seva metrics. We have around 18 multimedia products, around 280 plus free courses based on different personas. We have 16 mobile applications for both iOS and Android. We have around 6,300 plus video and audio content, which is in our website. And also we have around 46,000 plus committed learners who are regularly attending our courses and are getting benefited. So this was all possible because of your support. So how can you always be part of this journey? At least by learning what is being taught in the class for at least 30 minutes and practicing it every day. Also sharing this information with the interested student so that they will also get benefited through this Sanskrit and be part of our journey. Also by referring our courses and also the products which we have to at least one person so that you will also be part of this Samskrita, Samskriti and Samskara. You can also donate and volunteer. The details are available in the course page website, that is sanskritfromhome.org and Digital Sanskrit Guru and vyomalabs.in. You can also make NEFT payment. All these details are available in the website, which will also be shared in the WhatsApp group later. And if you wish to volunteer, help something to Vyoma, you can always do that. You can fill in the details and help us. Also, we do accept US donations. The details are here. You can donate through vyomausa.org. Kindly follow our social media handles. We keep updating about the new courses that we launch, the new products that we are having. We are in Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Pinterest. Ultimately, it is learn Sanskrit and be really happy. Also, in case if you are unable to share your feedback, I'm just giving the feedback form, which will also be shared later to all of you to your email IDs. Kindly fill the form and help us proceed further in the upcoming courses. So thank you all. So we can just finish with the Shanti Mantra and then move on to the testimonials, the feedback from the parents. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. राम राम राम.
Yeah, Ram. Dhanyavadaha, Vasudha ma'am. So there, as I mentioned to you all, we also have the announcement regarding the follow-up classes beyond the summer camp. So the learning of PSC does not stop with this summer camp. This summer camp is just an exposure to the beautiful product called Personal Sanskrit Companion that you've all purchased from Vyoma. So there is so much more to explore in the Personal Sanskrit Companion. So we would like to take you all through some follow-up classes. So these sessions will be absolutely free and we plan to do it as a monthly session. So we will be meeting on a specific day about which we will exactly let you know over email, but it will be in the first week of every month. So which day it is, it will be planned according to the convenience of the teachers, and we will let you know through email. So our first meeting will be during the one of the days in the month of June, following which for the next 7-8 months we will be having the follow-up classes. Every month we will be taking up one subject, say like bhajans and Sishugitani and basic Sanskrit. So we will be the subhashitas, like that, like how you all presented now. More of it, we would have just seen the tip of the iceberg, but there is so much more to explore inside. So 1 month will be like it will be stories. So like this, we will have a timetable. Once the plan is decided, we will let you know through email. So let us hope to meet during the first week of June. So where we will be giving you more details regarding the follow-up classes. And now, yeah, any other announcement is left, Vasudha ma'am? Otherwise, we can proceed to the feedback session. So children are free to give their feedback, and parents are also welcome to share your feedback about this summer camp. What are the programs that you expect from Vyoma? Any suggestions, positive suggestions from your end, anything, we are welcome. So those who have any suggestions to share or feedback can please have your hands raised. Yeah, we can begin with Himanshu.
Ram to everybody. My name is Himanshu. I attended VyomaSamskrta SHIBIRAM this year, and I attended last year too. I enjoyed a lot and I learned. I first learned a few songs, a bhajans and Shishu Geetam, and then I learned Bhagavad Gita. I learned what we do, why we do, and which had basically we were decoding a few Nitya Prarthana shlokas, and also we had Subhashitani class, and we had basic Sanskrit grammar. We learned a lot of Kriya Padani, and these were very exciting. These helped me a lot. In fact, in Vyoma, like Dhyana Shloka, I had learned the Dhyana Shloka when I was in LKG, and the course, the class, the Dhyana Shloka class helped me a lot to remember them, and you just tell them. And actually, when in the what we do, why we do, I really didn't know that Karagre Vasate Lakshmi and Samudra Vasane Devi had a deep meaning to it. I thought they just meant the basic things. I found many similarities in scientific. I found many scientific similarities, like Parvatastana Mandite, like the mountains as a bosom. The equator is considered to be the base, and the Himalayas, which is the tallest mountain range, is the bosom. So that helped me a lot. And in the Subhashitas class, I learned a lot of things like Vidya Dadati Vinayam. I learned that I should be humble and never I should be arrogant, and I should be very fearless, and I should Satya se Hasta se Bhushanam Dhanam. That also is very nice. I enjoyed all the shlokas. I learned a lot. And in basic Sanskrit grammars, like when I learned in school, some words also I've forgotten. And then it was a good revision. In the last class, bhajan, one of my favorite classes, I loved singing the bhajan, starting from Vinayaka to the last shloka, Nandalala Yaduri Nandalala. Those were one of my favorite classes, and I love the Shishikitani. My most favorite Shishigitam was Pratah Kale Smaranyam, and I enjoyed the course so much, and I would love to thank all the teachers, saying. And also I would want the teachers to prepare a similar type of course next time, so that I can enjoy again. And the teachers were very kind, they used to never get angry or anything. So I love this course, and I would join the next summer camp too. Thank you. Ram Ram Ram.
Ram Ram Ram. Thank you, Himanshu. As usual, you are a great orator. You have summarized 1.5 weeks of summer camp. You have summarized it so neatly. Thank you, Ram Ram.
And ma'am, actually the teachers told all the best for me for even my Brahmopadesham. I told ma'am I'll be missing one day because I have my Brahmopadesham. They told it all the best, congratulations. The teachers treated me very warm, as if I was a part of their family.
Very nice, and good to know about your Upanayanam also. Very good. Best wishes to you, Himanshu.
Dhanyavada.
Yes, a parent of Arabi.
Ma'am, is it okay if we leave, or do we have to stay until the end?
Yeah, if you are free to leave, yeah.
Yeah. Ram Ram, ma'am.
Ram.
The whole session was good. Arabi enjoyed thoroughly. First time I heard in Vyoma classes, and the whole storytelling, the shloka session, she enjoyed. The only suggestion what I felt is you can include that basic communication in Sanskrit also. Like what we say, good morning, how are you? so that they will be knowing the few words how to greet others in Sanskrit. For small kids, I'm telling. And regarding this Aksharamala, I felt it was little bit fast for 5 to 6 years kids. Their first time they are seeing these Aksharas first. Sanskrit Aksharas, they are not exposed to that. So that I felt it is little bit fast for them. Otherwise, the whole session was good. And we enjoyed thoroughly. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you very much for your feedback. So we will consider including the communication, speaking Sanskrit, especially the basic ones, and also considering the age factor, we will go even more slower. We will slower at pace. Sure, for the Aksharamala. Thank you. Yeah. Samridhi Srinivasan.
You can have.
Ram Ram Ram. Ram Ram Ram. எனக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிச்சது சரண்யா மேம் ரொம்ப பிடிச்சது, அனுஷா மேம் ரொம்ப பிடிச்சது, எல்லா மேமையுமே ரொம்ப பிடிச்சது. ஆனா ஸ்டோரி டெல்லிங் ரொம்ப பிடிச்சது. எல்லாமே ரொம்ப பிடிச்சது.
Very nice. Okay, so you liked everything. So many teachers, ellaroda names ayaka mention pannirka. Thank you so much, Samridhi. Glad that you liked the camp so much. Atmika Shrikant Iyer.
Yes, Ram Ram Ram. The session was enjoyable. I learned a lot from the teachers. And what else? I learned some Subhashitanis. Then I learned some bhajans, shushugeetams, and dhyana shlokas. Ram Ram Ram.
Ram 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 Atmika. Thank you so much for your feedback. Next, we move on to Srijay and Mukshagnya.
Good evening, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm really very happy to be a part of this Vyoma Shibiram this year. I really love this session. I really enjoyed, and I'm very happy with the performance and teachers' feedback with us. And also, we loved doing bhajans, shishugeetams, and WWD classes. I learned and decoded many things in this summer camp this year. Thank you, ma'am.
Great. Your words speak of the joy that you have experienced during this camp. Thank you so much for sharing that. So, next, moving on to Siddhi.
Yes, ma'am, I like the camp was very nice. I like the best part was the Shishugitani, and I also like the storytelling session a lot. Some only one or two stories I knew, but she told it much better than what I had read. And Sharanya Murthy ma'am's class was really nice, the way she told everything. And the Aditya Hridayam, I like the way Usha ma'am gave chance to everyone. Like not only one person, she picked everyone. So I liked all of that. And I also like the Shishugitani. Shishugitanis were very fun. And the way Vasudha ma'am made us do the action, it made it very fun for us. And I like the Kutratvam Gachasi song, and I also like Gajaya, his song is the best. And even the Aksharamala. The Aksharamala was very nice. I like the activities in the TSC, the way Anushti ma'am has made them, it's very fun. I quite enjoyed doing them. So I liked everything in this VASANTA SHIBIRAM camp. Every single thing is very new and very nice. I learned many things from the camp, especially from the stories and from the Shishugitani. And I also like the bhajans a lot. The Sharade one was my favorite. It was the best one. I liked all of the things in the summer camp, and Dhanyavadaha to all of the teachers. Thank you.
Thank you, Siddhi. So I'm just amazed the way you have analyzed each thing and you are giving such a matured feedback. And how old are you, Siddhi? Really appreciate the way you are able to communicate.
Thank you, ma'am.
How old are you, dear?
Ma'am, I'm 7 years, ma'am.
Amazing, amazing. God bless you. Yeah, Shreyas?
Yeah, ma'am. So I enjoyed the Vyoma session a lot. So for some time I just forgot some shlokas of the Bhagavad Gita, so just got a revision, and also the Shishu Gita I learned, so I also got a revision of that, so I enjoyed in the Vyoma session. Ma'am, and Vyoma session was nice. Ma'am, I didn't know that Bhagavad Gita had Dhyana shlokas. I only thought that Bhagavad Gita had only 12 chapters.
Okay. I remember last year, yeah, you came back from the US and that was your first summer camp with Vyoma, right? So you enjoyed the Ramayana and I can never forget your role as Ravana. So great to have you this year too. Keep continuing with Vyoma. Yeah. Next, Samridhi Srinivasan.
Sudhanva, ma'am.
Oh, Sudhanva. Okay, sorry. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I learned very good culture in this, ma'am. I would thank all the teachers to teaching good bhajans and Shishu Geetam all, ma'am. Ma'am, I loved all Bhagavad Gita and I loved this summer camp, ma'am. I would like to join next summer camp also, ma'am.
Sure. Welcome, Sudhanva. So you also keep continuing the follow-up classes also, which we have post the summer camp. So great that you enjoyed bhajans and the other sessions too. Thank you.
Dhanyavadaha, ma'am. Thank you.
Dhanyavadaha. Pradyumna. Oh, okay. Or yeah, Pradyumna.
Ma'am, the summer camp was very good and the teachers treated me very good. And my favorite session was the second session, WWD. And even I loved bhajans. Even I would like to join next year. Ram, ma'am.
Sure, Pradyumna. Welcome and do continue with the follow-up classes from next month too. So yeah. Next, Samridhi.
Dilip.
Okay, so Vasudha ma'am will, yeah. Who's the next person, Vasudha ma'am?
You can unmute Dilip.
Dilip, I'm unable to see.
I like the bhajans and the Shishu Geetam. My favorite song is Vashe. And the teachers they teached me lot. And I like the coloring. And I like the story class.
Super. Dhanyavadaha.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Prahalad.
I love this class very much. I love the second class, Indian cultures. I learned very much from Rajalakshmi ma'am, and I really loved it. But I'm getting some confusion in bhajans and social geetams, so that's the only problem. But except for that, this class is very nice. I love it, and I would like to join next time.
Okay, so Dhanyavadaha Prahlad. So you can clear your confusions in the bhajans and all in the follow-up classes. So maybe you were too engrossed in WWD. So you can focus on other things for the follow-up classes also. Thank you so much, Prahlad. Glad that you enjoyed WWD.
Ma'am, I love Susumitani. And I love bhajan. And I love Tim Nakshatra.
So sweet, Samridhi. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Anybody else wants to share your feedback can raise your hand. If not, we can end the meeting. Usha Bhagini, would you like to add anything?
Yes, it is always fun to teach kids. It's always a learning experience with them. And such short time we meet them, but still they make lot of good prabhava on our hearts. They give us confidence. The way they are, some kids are a little afraid. They are afraid of their mistakes. They want to improve and they open up. That's a wonderful experience. Some kids are outspoken, some are not. So we have to pull them out who are not, and we have to control who are extremely speaking and all that. So all these are learning experiences for us, but we loved all the kids, all the parents. I can see their interest, how they train the kids, how they encourage them. Whatever we tell, they act, they wait for our messages. They ask us, they inquire that have we any role to play. They are very responsible parents, sending the kids every day, taking care of what happened in the class, in the kids absence, etc. All these follow-up things, they encourage the teachers a lot. So I thank Vyoma personally. I'm very happy to be with Vyoma. And all the kids also, there will be a long association with them, with the parents as well. As a part of different courses, you have lot of wonderful things. You will not just remain with these little things, but there are bigger steps to take. So please be with us, and I bless all the kids. Thanks for this wonderful experience, and thanks to Anusha Bhagini for organizing, and all the teachers, like odd time meetings and all these things we had to manage, but every teacher was very cooperative, and I liked the way it was organized. And yes, the main Ratha Sarathis, like the Dhuri holders, Venkatanna and Vishwanath, are always behind all these activities. They give us a lot of guidance, and they do good follow-up. Thanks for all. This is a very organized work that I like a lot. Nothing is missed. Nobody is like undermined. Everything is like very perfectly handled. Thank you so much. This is what I had to tell.
Ma'am, my mother wants to say something.
Thank you, Usha Bhagini. And over to Shreya's mom.
Hello, ma'am. Ram. I think last year we interacted. As of course, the course was as usual, very wonderful. And few things what we missed this time was because I think it is for the 9 to 14. He comes in the 9 to 14 group. That stories which you used to tell for in the last summer camp. Because we as parents, sometimes when we get time, we used to listen to those stories also. So that one, and few of like last time you had that competition saying shlokas and many other things. I think that camp was for 3 weeks last time. So those few things we just, I mean, there were little, limitations, I think, this time. Otherwise, the course was as usual very wonderful, and it's nice, making the kids sit for 3 hours and engaging the kids so wonderfully. It was very very nice. And Shreyesh is also a part of your daily prayers batch one. So so it was a consolation prize to say after the summer camp of Vyoma, which we were eagerly waiting, and it has engaged. I mean, Usha Bhagini ma'am was wonderful, and I wish somewhere, I mean, with now we are covering the daily prayers, and sometimes Bhagavad Gita or anything where the kids are, they meet frequently, and there is little competitiveness among them, and they get engaged in a week, frequent of the kids with the teachers and all for a year around. So it will be little, I mean, think a little more beneficial for the kids. Because they are now, because of your wonderful teachings and wonderful, guidance, they are now sitting in a right, I mean, in a proper path. Because I have seen with my kid who was very hyperactive before, when he started joining these courses, and when he was in daily prayers also, his favorite pastime became, revising the slokas, what I thought before. So such a wonderfulness, I think the kids should be, I mean, somewhere around, it should be like, it should be a continuous journey toward their, like, when they are growing up. So somewhere I think some programs can be inculcated with the kids, where they're engaged year round with the programs, So this is my one small request. Otherwise, the program was as usual wonderful, and we enjoyed a lot. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So just to answer a few things, this year we, by intention, we just curtailed the camp to 2 weeks. So last year everything was totally online. So this year we just thought, and so 3 weeks didn't seem to be a big thing, and that too we had 4 hours of camp. So this time we just wanted to cut short. And we, by way of follow-up classes, we are actually compensating on that. So the stories or whatever these 9 to 14 years have missed, they can compensate it through the follow-up classes. And to reduce the as it is, like, we see that the classes have become offline in many places. So just to space it out, rather than cramp it too much into the summer camp itself, we have spaced it by way of follow-up classes, about which we'll be sending the details, and children can catch up. And to answer your other question on the continuous program for children, we'll be soon coming up with a year-long course. Already it is happening by way of Step Up with Sanskritam. That is one program that is happening. The batch 2 of that will also be announced very soon, and we want our children to be in touch with the courses which help them in this Samskrita, Samskriti, Samskara. So we'll be keeping continuous programs for them. So that is rest assured from Vyoma.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Anushri Bhagini, would you like to share your experience with the kids?
Ram Ram Ram.
Yes.
Yeah, so it is really a wonderful batch of children, and what enthusiasm, and the children joining before the teachers and waiting in the lobby to join the classes, and there was no absenteeism, and it is very rare children miss the class. And it is very nice to see such enthusiasm in children at this age, particularly this age where they want to play, they want to go around, they want to mess up and all that, but children sitting in one place so dedicatedly doing all the homeworks given, sending us the recordings. Really appreciate all of you children. You're all in a right way, and very happy to be part of you all in this summer camp. Be connected, keep learning all these things, and be in a right path. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Anu ma'am. So I think we have come to the end of the feedback session.
So last but not least, Vasudha, congratulations. You have been a good organizer. So arranging these timetables, all discussions from the Vyoma, all support. It was nice. Your organization has helped us. I mean, giving everything in writing, making things had helped us do things systematically. And I think the students, the children have the fruit of it, of our efforts. And I see the happiness in their faces, the parents' voices. I'm very touched by this. So, so looking forward for more such programs. Thank you so much. Hari Om.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Like with all your guidance, like, you have been taking courses and all. I am still young. Like, I just try to follow your guidelines and hope to take this further with the help of Anusha Bhagini, Usha Bhagini, Anushri Bhagini, and not to forget Rajalakshmi Bhagini, because she also helped us so much in this summer camp. So thanks to each one of you. Hope to have this group in further courses as well. So thank you all. Thank you so much. And especially my experience with the kids was like, it was amazing. Like each one is different, and they used to wait for the class, and they were like, "Can I just recite this Shishugitam? Can I just recite this bhajan? Can I just upload the video?" and all of these. So they were so enthusiastic, and I really liked it. And hope to see you all kids in the upcoming courses as well. Let us be together in this journey. Yes, thank you so much. Ram Ram Ram.
And is there any, thank you Vasudha ma'am, is there any pending announcement regarding the WWD assignment submission?
We have received quite a few responses from the
Vasudha.
Unable to hear you, Vasudha.
Got stuck up, video got stuck up. Some issue, internet issue. Maybe.
Okay. Rajalakshmi ma'am,
yeah, can you hear me? I mean, my connection might not be great, but for WWD assignment, when we meet up next, when the children meet up next, we will be sending out the assignment soon, and if they can have their assignment ready whenever we meet next, it would be nice. Not the homework, but a separate assignment where they have to come up with a video or a presentation or a write-up about few topics that they can choose from the list of topics that we give them. And if they have it ready when we meet up next, it will be nice. So that's the update we had to give with respect to WW.
Okay. So in case some students have missed this announcement also, we can send it over email or upload it in the contents. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Dhanyavadaha, Ram Ram Ram. Thank you all for joining us today. Dhanyavadaha.
We can end the meeting. Yes.
Yeah.
Ram
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 Ram.
Ram.
Ram Ram Ram.
Ram Ram Ram, children.
Ram Ram Ram.
Ram 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 Ram
Ram Ram.
Anusha Bhagini, you can end the meeting.
Yeah.
Yes.